All right, people. So I thought it'd be interesting to take you through a weekend with Blaz, a weekend just with me, because Anna is actually off on a hen do this whole weekend, and she's not even back until the following weekend. So we've got a while on our own, but I'm actually traveling down to London next week as well, and we're going to meet up there. But anyway, I thought I'd take you through a weekend with Blaz. So that's what we're gonna do. It is now 4:44 on a Friday afternoon. I have got a couple of clients to onboard her starting on Monday. I'll definitely get one done now. Probably won't get them both done because we've got curry club at 6 o'clock with some of my friends. So that's gonna be good. And yeah, I just thought, you know what, let's show you what a sort of weekend would look like when it's just me on my own doing my thing. Not that I think it's going to be particularly exciting, but I'll give you a bit more of an insight into, I don't know, like my training, how I'm eating over the course of the weekend, I guess socializing in terms of the curry club stuff, and yeah, just thought maybe a bit of a different video for you. So that's what we're going to do this time. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Alright, so it is now about 8 p.m. on Friday night. Been for the curry. It was very good. I thought about bringing the camera, but a small table and it was a small restaurant, so I didn't bother. But this was a little sneak peek of what we had. We got a chicken shazlik, and it was very, very good with some rice, some yogurt, some naan bread. Set me up pretty well, actually. I feel like it was good. I'm not too full, and I'm glad there was no drinks or anything afterwards. Just came home back into some work, to be honest. I want to just get this guy Matty set up. Won't send him his video or do his training program tonight, but I'll get everything else done. So tomorrow morning I can get his training program done, and I can then send him over his welcome video. But yeah, so gonna do this maybe for the next half an hour or so, and then I will go downstairs, make my Ninja Creamy, and probably just watch some YouTube or something and try and get an early night so I can get up early and crack on. Alright, so we watched a bit of YouTube, we had the creamy, it's now 9:35, focus, there we go, 9:35, and we're going to go to bed. I just made up, almost finished it, not quite, but almost finished the post. That's going to go out tomorrow. So, Fraz Dog, Yatesy Boy, gave me a good testimonial, so we just put that together. And I'm just waiting on choosing which cover slide I prefer. Not done it yet, but he's going to send me over a picture of himself that he likes I can use as a cover slide, and we'll get that one posted up tomorrow. So yeah, that's been my Friday night. I am gonna head to bed to get up early. Gonna try to get up at like 6 and just treat tomorrow like a normal work day and get shit done. Yes. So it is now the following morning. It probably looks the same to you guys, but it is the following morning, 6:17. Man, alarm went off. Did not want to get up because it's Saturday, but here we are. So this is my normal morning routine, you could say ish. I literally just my greens and my electrolytes and creatine the night before. So I've got greens in here, just like our greens powder, and I've got electrolytes and creatine in this bad boy. I'll sip on this throughout the first half hour of my day, but I'll take the first chunk of it with my sups. I've got fish oil, vitamin C and vitamin D. But the plan for this morning is I'm gonna go upstairs in a second, and I'm undecided whether I'm gonna try and finish setting up Matty, as in get his program done, and not send him his video right away, but get his program done, and then I just have to send him his video, or work on the 4 weeks free coaching. One of the two. I think I will get his program done and then move to the 4 weeks free coaching from there, because well, yeah, just because that's what I'm going to do. But when it comes to the 4 weeks free coaching, I'm quite excited about this. I've never done anything like this before, where I've kind of literally just given away completely 4 weeks. I've done like 4-week training programs with like a PDF. I've even done, I used to have a kind of monthly running free training program that I would give out, but the problem I've had is, when I just give out sort of a training plan PDF for free, or I give out a meal plan thing for free, or even the continuous training program, they never come with any form of like accountability, because obviously it's very hard to get from like a, for free. You kind of need it to be bought into something. So, but this one I think will be better, even though it's obviously still going to be free. You're gonna get like a full-on taste of what it would be like to work with me if you were to sign up as a one-to-one client. Now, obviously, it's still going to be more generic, because you're not actually signing up as a one-to-one client, and I have to create the training with a sort of generalist in mind. But it's still going to be able to give you a really good insight as to what it will be like, and if it could be a good thing for you. And honestly, over those 4 weeks, you could probably make a pretty fucking good amount of progress. So I'm excited for people to get their hands on it once I'm finished, and give it a crack. But anyway, we're going to go and sort out Matt's program, get him pretty much all ready to go, and then guys, look at the state of those eggs. Unbelievable, Jeff. So we are obviously sitting down for breakfast. We have been for my little walk, and standard breakfast today for me, scrambled eggs on toast. We got the fancy egg, guys. We went for the Clarence Court, £3 for 6 eggs. We fleshed out today, and we went for the full 6. Normally I just do 5, but we went for 6 eggs today because I was just feeling hungry. And yeah, Clarence Court, you just got to make use of them all, mate. So yeah, we're going to enjoy this, watch some YouTube, and I don't know, we'll go back to work of some sort, but you will see. Okay, so pre-workout time. We've got another slice of toast, and we put, we put about 20 grams of honey on the slice. Fantastic pre-workout fuel. Come on, give me 20 G's. Okay, today we do 17 G's. Or, you can't miss out on 3 grams. That 3 grams, guys, that could be the difference between me holding 405 and a 404 in this Hyrox workout I'm about to do. So, very important. So we got that with a banana for... So we got the toast with a banana for my pre-workout snack, which is pretty much, to be fair, directly after my... Let's move you guys up a bit. Directly after my breakfast. Normally there'd be more of a gap, but I think I ate a little bit later than normal this morning. So we're just going to go ahead and get it in. We're going to go train, because I don't... Normally during the week I'll probably train around about 1:30, 2:00. It's now 11:30, but I don't like leaving my training so late on Saturday because I just feel like it drags on. So I'm going to go try and train in like an hour's time, leave here in an hour. I'm going to go and do some programming for clients, and then, yeah, train. So that's the plan. I'll obviously take you guys along. I'll obviously take you while I go train. We've got a big work capacity session. I think it's got about 4K's worth of running. It's got a good bit of high intensity rowing and skiing in there, and some sled push as well, I think. So should be good. I'm also going to catch up on the bike intervals. Got 2 different kinds of bike intervals. Got 1K, no, is it 1K repeats? or 1 minute repeats, I can't remember. And then at the end of the session, I'm going to catch up on the bike that I missed from yesterday, which is every 5 minutes, 50 cals at varying paces. All right, we made it to the gym, so we're just going to get ready for a big session. We've got a little bit of a warm-up, and we're kicking off with 1K bike erg intervals at an 8 out of 10 RPE. So it's going to be pretty big. But the purpose of these, I'm pretty sure Harvey's programmed it for me, is to just build up a bit of fatigue in the legs before we go and hit a bit of a sort of Hyrox simulation style session to see how we're feeling. So we'll get warmed up, and we're going to hit those. There's your tip. Put the 2.5s in between the 25s. So much easier to get them off. All right. We've got a bit of a vibe going, but does this not just look dangerous? We've got the setup there. The setup here. We're gonna get that open. It's gonna be a big session. I've learned that I'm much more motivated to keep going with the session. Not that I would ever actually stop halfway through, but I'm much more motivated to keep going if I lay everything out pre-session. So everything is out ready to go. So in the bits in between, when you're like, I've done most of it now, like I could skip this bit, you're like, nah, it's already laid out, we're fucking doing it. So the session is laid out, we're not gonna get going. Okay, bike done. So now we're gonna do the main session. We've got 4 sort of stations or sets that we're going to work our way through. I'm just going to place you down. And we are going to be hitting, hold on a minute, it's a bit high. We're going to be hitting 500 meter run at the start of each round. After the first one, we're going to come in and we're going to do 6 minutes on the ski, but we're going to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So kind of replicating what a pair's Hyrox would be like. Then straight into a 500 meter run again, and we're onto the sled, and we're going to do again as heavy as possible for, I think, is it the full 6 minutes? Is it the full? No, we do a 500 meter run, and then we come in and we do a 2 minute as far as possible sled. Then we do another 500 meter run starting the third round, and then we're on the rower, and we're doing 30 on, 30 off on the rower as well. And then our fourth round, 500 meter run to start. And then we're doing 5 dual kettlebell thrusters into 5 dual kettlebell gorilla rows at 24 kg. And then we rest 5 minutes and we do the whole thing again. So we got all that twice through. It's gonna be a big one. No more procrastination, let's just fucking do it. So actually the whole thing felt pretty decent on the whole. I would say the runs felt pretty strong. As long as I was hitting around about between 2:05 and 2:15, I'm happy on the runs, because that's probably about the pace we're going to have to run at on the day. The ski, I was holding under 140 every 30-second blast. The row, easily under 140. The sled push, I got 6 lengths, which is probably about what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meters at least. So 6 times 6, 36 meter sled push in 2 minutes by myself. And then the kettlebells were the hardest bit for sure. But actually the rest felt like, well, not easy, because that's not really doing it justice, but the rest felt good for how it should feel at this point in time. So happy with that. But yeah, we go again. I thought I just recorded that whole last round of the kettlebells, but apparently I didn't. Alright, session complete, and that actually felt really, really good, which is kind of surprising because I wasn't really feeling all that up for it, but yeah, really, really, really great. All the runs, I felt like I was on pace pretty well. The only run that I was maybe a little bit slower, sitting at about a 5-minute pace, was after the second round of sled push, where I actually did extra compared to the first round, so I'll take that. And everything else just felt really, really great, if I'm honest. Like, yes, I was tired, I was gassed, but at no point was I like totally fucked, and I could still hold paces, and I just felt like I could cycle through. So fantastic, love it. And yeah, you know, I was thinking about a post I saw as I was kind of going through that from this dude called Hercules, and he's a cool guy, much cooler than me, and he had a post where he talked about like when we get disappointed as people, and because it related to effort, and that's what I was thinking about as I was doing this session. I was like, how much effort am I going to put into this session? Like, am I going to walk away from this session proud of the effort that I put in? And my answer is yes, but as I was going through it, I was wanting to back that up, right? And his point in the video was, you know, when we're disappointed, it's not often because we don't get a certain outcome. Like, if I don't get a sub 60 Hyrox with K, I'm not going to be disappointed if we fucking gave it our all on the day. And even if we gave it our all on the day, but throughout training, I didn't really put in what I knew I was capable of, then I would be disappointed, right? But because I've put in everything that I feel I'm capable of right now, and I know on the day we'll give it our all, like whether we get it or not, I will be happy. You know, whether it's 63 minutes or 59, right? I will be happy because of the work I've put in up until this point, and because of the work I know, like the effort we'll put in on the day. So often it's not that we're disappointed because of the outcome. We get disappointed because of the, not lack of effort, but because we know we could have put more effort in, and we know we had more potential to give, and we kind of just gave up on that. And this could be, and in fact, not could be, it is probably more likely to be through just small decisions that we make every day. When you say you're going to get up in the morning to train, but you don't, and you sleep in. When you say you're not going to eat shit tonight, but you do eat shit tonight. When you say you're going to go to the gym after work, but you don't go to the gym after work. Like, all these small decisions that we make every day, they're the ones that add up to either being, you know, putting us in a position where we're in favor to get the outcome we want or not. So yeah, I just found that really interesting, and I was thinking about that as I was going through that session to kind of keep me fired up. Okay, parcel waiting for me upon returning from the gym, and I'm excited for this one because I think I know what it is, and I have been wanting to try this brand for a very long time, but I don't know why. I just never pulled the trigger on it. I think because I have so many supplements and stuff already, electrolytes, that I kept thinking, oh, I should hold off, but I thought, you know what, fuck it. Let's give these a crack. So yeah, I thought I'd just unbox it on camera, like all the influencers do. See what we're working with. So, oh cool. It is a brand called Cadence. Focus, there we go. And they do electrolytes in the form of obviously sachets. And here you've got a mixed bag of options. So I believe, if I open this up and take a look, we've got like a sleep recover specific one. Focus, probably not. Anyway, a sleep recover focus one. We've got a race one. Oh, so this has caffeine in it. And I'm guessing just a regular no caffeine one. Yeah, okay, cool. Very cool. Although I won't ever use But I also got a bunch of cans from them because they had like a deal. So we've got a Cadence Core Hydration can, which I think will be pretty cool. Cola flavor, 500 milligrams of electrolytes, 0 sugar, 0 caffeine, 2 calories, or 5 calories for the whole tin, so we'll accept that. But yeah, pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick one of these bad boys in the freezer. Have it later. I'm very intrigued as to how it's going to taste. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I was needing some fizzy drinks that weren't just Diet Coke, because you know when you're trying to cut calories, it's nice to have fizzy drinks just lying around the house because it just really helps with keeping your appetite down. And I was having a lot of like Iron Brew Zero, Pepsi Max, Coke Zero, all that kind of stuff, but I like that I'm going to have these because it'll also give me some good stuff as well, so happy days. And part of the deal was this water bottle, so 750 mils. Pretty cool. So yeah, nice. Cadence. We're on. Right, so because it's burger night, we are gonna just have a little protein hit post-training. Nothing crazy. We've got about 250 ml of water, and then 1 scoop of Ghost Cinnabon flavor protein. First time ever having Ghost protein. I think I said that yesterday. And then I like to just give it a bit of something. Bit of something about it. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do actually. I wasn't planning on this, but because I'm not really having any vegetables tonight, because I want to just have like proper just steak, then what I'll do is I'll add in some frozen spinach. There's some friggin' fiber, and I'll add in about 100 Gs or 80 Gs say, of blueberries, and I think that'll taste quite nice. You never taste the spinach in smoothies. Which is a good thing. So for my whole day, including the burgers I'm going to have, is going to be a monster meal, and the creamy I'm having later, we're looking at 3,080 calories, 226 grams of protein. Unbelievable, Jeff. Right, I'm going to go get cleaned up, and then I will probably do a little bit more work. I want to edit a post that I filmed at the gym that I'm going to post tomorrow. I've got a couple other posts from the gym I can edit, and I will then start doing some more work on the 4 weeks free coaching, because I want to get 2 of the sort of check-in videos done for that, so they're ready to go. And then we'll come down and we'll start making dinner. Burger night. Boys, look at this. Come on. Just needs one little finishing touch. Oh, baby. Look at that. Incredible. So, I would say burger night is a success. Whoosh. Yes. Love it. So as you can probably tell, I'm not going to hang about because I want to eat that. I'm going to sit, watch some Netflix, probably, can't talk, watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, whilst I munch on those and just chill the fuck out, because it's been a busy day. And busy day of work and training and everything else, and I'm hungry, and I can't even think straight because I'm just thinking about those burgers. So, it is now just coming up to 10 p.m. on Saturday night, and we're just watching a little bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I just finished up the programs I had to do this weekend, so that means tomorrow is a free day of kind of, I've done everything I have to do. Now I get to do the stuff I want to do tomorrow, which involves one or two big jobs. One is I want to flesh out a new role that we're going to be taking someone on for inside of Jacked, which is exciting, but I want to just kind of go through exactly what the responsibilities of that will be before we start kind of talking about it, and get clear on it myself as to what this person will be doing. And I want to finish making the 4 weeks of free coaching, because I want to start talking about that and get that out there ASAP, because I think it's going to be really good. And, obviously the idea from my end and the hope from my end is that you do four weeks for free. You get insane results in in a 4 weeks time span. Obviously relative to the 4 weeks, you're not going to get fucking shredded in 4 weeks, right? But you might make some pretty solid progress. And then you think, fuck, man, this is free stuff. What's this paid stuff like? It must be insane. And then you join as a paying one-to-one client, right? Obviously, that's my intention. But there will also be some of you that try it and, well, actually, there's a few situations. There'll be some of you that try it and don't really do it properly and then realize, fuck, maybe I need accountability, so you'll decide to join as a one-to-one client. And there'll be some of you that do it in either of those two ways and just decide that you don't want to join as a one-to-one client. Every situation of that I've just described is absolutely okay. But obviously, that's part of what I'm trying to do, right? I want to finish that tomorrow so I can get that out there. And yeah, I think you guys will like it when it's out there and you'll make some good progress from it. So that's that. I've also got a road consultation tomorrow, which I normally would never do that on a Sunday, but because Anna's away and I'm just trying to squeeze stuff in before heading down to London on Wednesday through to Sunday next week. So trying to get as much stuff done before then as I can. Which basically means my other job for tomorrow is content for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, consultation, get those two other things done, getting her body pumping, and I'm going to have the same dinner, the burgers, because they were fucking class. Anyway, that's me. I'm probably going to go to bed, to be honest. I'm fucking shattered. I will see you in the morning. Alright, it is now the next morning once again. So, Sunday the 1st of March. How the fuck is it the 1st of March already? I feel like January went by incredibly slowly. It took forever. And February was fucking rapid. So, yeah, we are now sitting down in front of the computer. We're going to stick some tunes on. And we're going to flesh out this new role that I had mentioned last night. So, yeah, we're going to get stuck into that. And then we're going to go train in about an hour and a half or something like that. Let me check. I actually hadn't set my alarm for this morning, which I thought I had. I was supposed to get up at 6, and I thought I'd set my alarm. But then I didn't. I woke up by chance at 6:30, and I didn't know the time when I woke up. And then I just went over and tapped my phone, and I was like 6:33. And I was like, well, I'm glad I've naturally woken up, but annoying because now we're a little bit behind, but should be all good. So I'm going to flesh out this role a bit more and then go and train at about 8. I'll leave at 8, so yeah, got just over an hour. I'll sync my electrolytes. I've already had my greens and my supplements, and then I'll have a banana and a coffee before we go train. Alright, we are off to the gym, and I've never actually filmed in this gym before, so I'm a bit nervous, but we'll see how we get on. If I actually end up filming anything, you'll know, because the next few clips will either be me back at the flat or me in the gym. So you will find out. But anyway, we're going to do an upper body pump session. I have managed to do, I'd probably say 80-85% of fleshing out that new role for Jacked, which is exciting. A little bit left to do, but that's all good. But I needed to shoot because I have that consultation at 10 and it is now about 8:15. I know this session will take me about an hour, so we're going to go get the upper body pump done
and then head back, quick shower change, and then yeah, crack on with that. Although I'm a bit worried because leaving the building just there, the doors didn't seem to be working properly. I had to like hold down the exit button to then open the door, whereas normally you just press it. So a little bit concerned that when I try to go home I won't get in, but we'll cross that bridge if it comes. Alright, gym done. You'll have seen some clips, but didn't have the balls to talk to the camera and talk to myself essentially in front of everyone in there. A few awkward moments, but on the whole, not too bad. So we'll take it. But anyway, it's the moment of truth. Will we get back into the flat? Stay tuned. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, okay. Gate 1 successful. Try the second gate. Yes.
All right, we just wrapped up that rogue consultation with Paul. And Paul has joined the team, so excited to get him started. That is successful Sunday so far. So we have fleshed out Anna's role, most of it at least. We have trained. We've signed up a new client, which I'm looking forward to getting him going. And what else we got to do now? So according to my schedule I made for myself, it's now breakfast time, but I think I'm going to postpone breakfast. I didn't have a chance to shower earlier, so I'm going to shower, and I'm going to have another coffee, and then I'm going to have breakfast whilst I kind of do some of this lead magnet work. Well, maybe I'll finish Anna's role bit because there's a couple other wee things I wanted to add on there. And we'll see how we get on. But yeah, pretty successful day so far. Consultation done. So what I normally do with people when we go through consultations is we will chat about kind of like where things are at just now with regards to their training, their nutrition, their body, their physique, their performance, what they're happy with, what they're not happy with, what they want to change, why they haven't been able to change it quite on their own just yet, so we can figure out what the kind of roadblocks are. Then we'll go into, okay, cool, like what's the goals? And we'll then come out with some scribbly mess that looks something like this, where we're essentially trying to, and I'll share this on the screen as I draw it with the guys, to kind of be like, okay, over the course of the next 6 months, 12 months, whatever it is, this is the process I think we need to go through. So that's what we did with Paul there, and yeah, he likes the sound of it, he's keen to give us a crack, so he'll be starting on Wednesday next week, which is exciting. And yeah, spaces are filling up very, very fast. This is actually, Paul's going to be working with Malky, which is one of our other coaches inside of Jacked. So at the moment for myself, I have, what am I actually on just now? I think I have capacity for maybe another 3 or 4. I was going to cap myself at 55, but with a few changes we've made, I think I can take on another 5 people. I'm now probably sitting closer to 60. So 60 I think will be a good number for me for now. But then soon, once this new person, whoever it may be, joins the team, it should free up some more time from my plate that I can then work with more clients. So at that point, I'll probably try and push myself up to sort of 75 clients or so. So you'll know when that happens because I'll be talking about having more spaces. But if you are interested in joining Jack, by the way, then all you have to do is drop me a message on Instagram. We'll have a chat on there, or you can fill in my inquiry form, which is the link in my bio. And if you do that, I'll WhatsApp you. I won't call you, right? I hate when people call me, like randomly out of the blue. I'll never call you, but I will WhatsApp you a message, or we can just chat on Instagram, DMs back and forth, just asking a bit about, like, kind of like what I just said, a bit about goals, a bit about where you're at just now, and then we will eventually, if you want to go for it, book in a consultation like what has just happened here with Paul, to kind of chat through everything in more detail, and then after that you can decide whether you want to go for it or not, and that's pretty much how it works. Now I'm a bit backlogged in terms of start dates because we're busy. So like for example, Paul can't start tomorrow. He's got to start I was going to say Monday, but I felt bad making him wait that long, so I'm going to try and get it done for Wednesday, but typically it'll be Monday, and then I think that means the next starting slots might not be till sort of mid-March. So yeah, the sooner you reach out if you're interested, the sooner we can get started, because there probably will be a little bit of a delay. Alright, so we have filmed a couple of videos for the free coaching, which I'm happy with. I'm trying to not redo them so many times that it becomes like not that it would be inauthentic, but like if I make a little mistake, I'm just keeping it in because I want it just to come across as like this is how coaching would actually be. But anyway, we're gonna crack open another kind of cadence. So today's melon berry flavor, which I'm intrigued to see what that tastes like. So here we go. Cheers. Very good. Definitely prefer this to the cola flavor. Very nice. But anyway, we're going to keep cracking on here, and then shortly I'll go for a little walk. What time is it now? It is now 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'll go for a wee walk soon, and then I need to get some content sorted for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So yeah, we've got a lot to do, but feeling good, feeling productive. We're ticking over. Happy days. Okay, we're sitting down for dinner. The exact same thing as last night. Well, almost the exact same thing. We only had one bun tonight, so I've already had one patty on its own. And then I'm having my potatoes and my other burger patty. I've learned from yesterday, because yesterday I put them straight in the air fryer and they kind of rose a bit. So today I put them in the pan and kept squashing them down to keep them nice and thin. And now they're a much better shape for the buns. So there you go. But yeah, I went for a big walk, like an hour or so walk. So I'm now done, just under 10,000 steps, but that'll take over by the time I'm done, like in the day. And yeah, just chilling. I've got to tidy the flat, like tidy up, and then give it a hoover because we're getting pictures done tomorrow. And yeah, that's been me. I need to do some content for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I always overestimate what I can get done in a day. So I've not finished a lead magnet, but I've done a good chunk of it. And I need to do some content because Monday, Tuesday are always busy, and I'd rather have content done and dusted for the week. So that's the plan. I'm going to continue eating this, enjoying it, watch YouTube, and then just crack on with tidying first, I think. Took out the tomato, we did more onions, and we mixed up light mayo, ketchup, and chopped up some pickles really fine and put that in the sauce, and that has made a huge difference. Alright everybody, so I feel like it's been a pretty fucking boring video. Not really much has happened, but I guess it's been a fairly accurate representation of, there's Anna's little dog thing. It's not mine, I promise. An accurate representation of what my days can look like. You know, okay, yes, this has been a bit of a different weekend because it's just been me and not Anna, but in terms of what I've done throughout the day, this is what I do most days, especially during the week. I'll wake up, I'll hydrate, I'll do work, I'll have a coffee, I'll go for a walk, I'll do more work, I'll have eggs, I'll have another coffee, I'll go gym, I'll come back, I'll shower, I'll work, I'll eat, I'll work, I'll eat, I'll work, I'll go to bed. Like, that is a general day in the life. It's pretty boring from a like content filming perspective, but it's what I do. And yeah, I'm just set on trying to help as many people as I can get into really fucking good shape, because I know how much it has changed my life, and I mean that I'm not underplaying that at all. Getting in shape will change your fucking life. I used to be an underconfident, shy, poor in social situations kind of guy. And I'm not saying that because I then put on some muscle and, you know, got a six pack and got abs, like I'm not, that was the reason why I'm no longer like that. But it was definitely the catalyst, and it definitely helped. And that was the first domino in the line of dominoes that got me to where I am today, was getting my physical self in a good spot. And yeah, I just know there's so many people out there who have tried so many times before, have tried the same thing again and again and again, and there's then that voice that keeps getting louder in their head that's like, oh, well, you know what, you're maybe just not meant to be in that shape. And then, you know what, like, you're fine the way you are, even though you know you're not. And I say that because that is the voice that I used to have in here. And I still do have it, right? There's definitely some body dysmorphia that goes on when you do get in shape. That's a downside to it. But yeah, I'm fucking set on helping as many people as I can get into the best shape of their life and learn how to maintain it, build that lean athletic physique. And I just know there's so many people out there that I can help, and especially Murray and Malky, the team, and the plan is to continue to grow the number of coaches that are underneath Jacked and get them to help more people. So we just have this sort of massive effect of just more coaches helping more people to get in the shape of their lives. And it's a big mission, but I'm ready to take it on. And yeah, that's why I don't mind working weekends like this. I like it actually. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm going to tie up the video. It's been a long one, so if you're here, very genuinely, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.